Hey, my friends out there in Atlanta, James Jordan, Best Networker Live, just coming to you today live in this Google Hangout. I know it's 10 o'clock on a Friday evening. Maybe watching this recorded at whatever time, but for those of you that are live, for those of you that are watching this now, this is going to be some powerful stuff, right? You see, I was in my back office today, and every Friday inside of Empower Network, for people who produce, for people who take action, for people who follow the 8 core commitments and just do what it is that you're told to do, right? You go out and get paid. You go out and create residual income. You go out and create high ticket sales. You go out and you just produce, right? And so every Friday, it's payday, right? And I love it because, I have the ability to stay at home and, watch my kids grow up and, make a full-time income from home. And I sat there and I looked at my total income that I've created, since I've gotten focused inside of Empower Network, and I've hit over $6,000 in Empower Network. And I sat there and said to myself, I was like, wow, it really started to make me reflect on what I've done and what I haven't done, and things that I've done that's worked, and things that I haven't done that's worked. And so what I wanted to do today is I wanted to put together a training where I just break everything down to you. I give you the cold hard truth. I give you the realness. I give you the rawness of, how I've been able to create this sort of income. We do have an income disclosure where you can learn more about that. I can't guarantee that you'll ever get any results, but what I will guarantee you is that if you're hungry, you're motivated, you're serious, and you're committed, I will show you exactly what I'm doing. And I'm not special. I dropped out of college. I barely graduated high school because I was barely in class. I missed as many days as I possibly could. I really didn't start picking up a book or reading until I got out of high school. Where my mother actually, she gave me the book, The Millionaire Mindset. No, The Secret, the Millionaire Mind, or whatever that book is by T. Harv Eker. I can't believe I'm forgetting it right now. But that book sparked everything, right? No, matter of fact, now I'm actually sitting here thinking about it because it's been a while. We're going on 6, 7 years, probably. Honestly, probably 8. I think I was 19. I'm 25 now. I'll be 26 in a couple months. Actually in like 2 months, really, I'll be 26 years old. And my mother, the first book that she gave me when I was 19 years old, I think, was Rich Dad Poor Dad. And then she gave me The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. There goes the title, right? So isn't it funny how when you get things out of order, you kind of can't remember anything, but when you focus, right? When you focus and you tap back into your memory, you can remember exactly what you got and what sequence you got, and hence the reason why when I stated the first book that I ever got on entrepreneurship and how to develop the entrepreneurial mindset and the millionaire mindset, I was able to recall the information I needed to recall, right? And I share that story with you because I just want you to know and understand that I'm not special. I'm not some guru, right? And a lot of people seem to think that a guru is someone that's totally different than you. A guru bleeds just like you do. A guru goes to sleep just like you do. A guru, puts on their pants and puts on their socks and puts on their shoes just like you do. You're a normal human being, and so is everyone else, right? And that's why when you see like a movie star, or you see like a recording artist, right, or you see like a professional athlete, right, people just get all googly-eyed, and I sit there and I'm, well, like, oh, that's a real person, right? Hey, how's it going, right? Instead of being in shock and awe. You know what I'm saying? Like today I met a famous musician. His name is Michael Bivins. He's from Bell Biv DeVoe, R&B group from the 90s. He was at the same barbershop that I had walked into, right? Randomly decided I got a suggestion to go to a new barbershop today. And barbershop that I went to years back when I was in high school, that I hadn't gone to in forever, right? In forever, like over 10 years. So I was given a suggestion to go to the barbershop today, and I went to a barbershop that I normally go to, and it was packed. So I was just like, no, not gonna happen. I'm not waiting, right? And then I go to this barbershop that I was recommended today, and I see an R&B singer, from the early 90s, who's well off. Dude's driving a Range Rover, and he didn't have an entourage. He was just there with his daughter, and I knew he went to this particular place because it's kind of out of the cut. It's kind of discreet, and People probably didn't. Honestly, I was probably the only person that really recognized them, right? And the reason why I share that story with you is because, well, why did that happen? You see, things aren't an accident. The reason why you're watching this hangout right now isn't an accident. You're supposed to be here. So the one thing I would tell you right now is absolutely focus on everything that I have to share with you tonight, because I'm going to be giving you the $6,000 formula, and I'm going to be breaking down the vision of how I am going to literally double what I've made inside of Empower Network and by creating the Just Get Money team over the course of these next 30 days by using this simple formula and teaching a few people how to go out and use this formula. So the real question is how serious and how committed are you in going out and creating results for yourself, right? See, a lot of people, the reason why they don't get to where they want to go is, number one, you don't believe that it's possible, right? You see, what you got to know and understand, and I'm going to break this down over the course of this hangout. So you want to get rid of any and all distractions. If you're on Facebook, right, get off of Facebook, right? If you're on YouTube, get out of Facebook, get out of YouTube, right? If you're reading emails, get out of those right now. Just focus 100% on what it is that I have to share with you, because this is valuable information. This is information that's allowed me to go out and create over $6,000 inside of Empower Network. It's allowed me to have coaching clients where I currently command over $250 an hour for one-on-one coaching outside of my team. It's allowed me to have tremendous amount of breakthroughs in my life and in my business, because listen, the one thing that I want to emphasize to you is that I'm not special, right? I'm special in the sense that I am unique, but I'm not special in the sense that what I'm currently doing no one else can do, right? Now, I have certain skills and talents that I've been gifted with, but the reality situation is we've all been gifted with different things and different abilities. No one is the same. No one has the same skill sets. People may have similar skill sets and people may have similar talents, but there's a reason why we're here. There's a reason why you're here. You have a purpose, you have a vision, and you have a dream. And what you have to do, my friend, is you have to start tapping into that if you truly want to have a breakthrough, right? So let me give you a breakdown a little bit about me. Of course, I'm talking about, the $6,000 formula, and, how I've had 4-figure days online, and, how I command X amount of dollars for one-on-one coaching outside of my team and stuff. But, it wasn't always like this, right? I had first got started in network marketing back in late 2006. I was 19 years old. I saw an ad on TV, and, it was late at night, and I just saw that, people were making money. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to that website. I entered my information, blah, 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 blah. And, I had this beautiful couple reach out to me named Mike and Michelle from Syracuse, New York, because I'm here in Connecticut. And, I was just all for it. It didn't matter what they said. I just saw an opportunity, so I plugged in. So as a 19-year-old who didn't know what I was doing, I just dove in. I dove in, and I just took massive action. I pulled out my credit card, spent $3,300 to get into a business. I had never been in a business before, right? But I sat there and said to myself, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. This is something that I want to do, and I'm going to do it no matter what it takes, right? And I was working full-time at a full-time job, working as a customer service rep for a health insurance company, one of the worst jobs in the world. Basically, you hear people complain all day, either over the phone or, your coworkers, because everyone hates what they're doing. Everyone hates the fact that we're all, interacting, right? Whether you're talking about your insurance claims because your insurance company doesn't want to pay them, or whether you're talking about the fact that you're having people call and complain, right? It's funny how people become a customer service rep and then complain about their job all damn day. It baffles my mind, right? You're supposed to serve the customers, right? But, going through all that, I still decided to plug in and take massive action and join a business, right? Not knowing really what I was doing at all. And I was doing what I was told to do, talking to friends and family. People bought some products from me, but no one started a business. So I was like, well, they're just not like-minded. They don't really understand. My mother, for example, she was talking about how, oh, I've been in these type of companies and I've done this and that, and I know everything that you're doing, blah, 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 blah. It's funny how the people who aren't making money in network marketing always know what you're doing, yet they're still broke, right? It just baffles me, right? But nonetheless, I still kept going, right? So my friends and family, they didn't plug in, they didn't take action, they didn't listen to me, just because they were looking at me. They weren't looking at the opportunity. They were looking at the approach, right? That's why a lot of people who start out talking to friends and family, they deal with a lot of rejection, and you don't really know and understand why, right? So, and I'll explain that in a couple minutes, but what happened next was kind of funny, right? So I went into my job. I figured, hey, people complain about their job all day, right? They can't stand being here. They can't stand the fact that they don't get paid what they deserve, and I hear them complaining all day. So I figured, hey, the best place for me to go out and start talking to people about a business is my job, right? This is the way I was thinking back in the day, which led me to want to bang my head against the wall so many freaking times, right? So I was talking to my coworkers. I was like, hey, go try this sample, do this, do that. Now I had some people purchase products, right? I had people purchase products. Why? Because I was a good salesman without really realizing I was a good salesman, right? Actually, I did realize I was a good salesman because before I had that job, I was working in a kiosk selling cell phones, right? And when you're selling when you have to get people to stop, right, and it's up to them to walk away from you at any second, and you can get someone to you can literally reel people in and get them to listen to you for 15, 20 minutes, and then get them to run their credit, right, and then get them to buy a phone or set up an account, right, when they weren't looking to do it in the first place. You have ability to sell. Right, you have the ability to sell, and I knew I had the ability to sell. Probably why I just dove right into the opportunity without thinking twice about it, right? Because I knew if it was up to me, I could do whatever I put my mind to, right? Remember that whatever you put your mind to, you can achieve, you can accomplish. Look up the reticular activating system, aka known as the RAS. I'll probably talk a little bit about that over the course of this training. So pay very close attention. I'm telling you, this is going to be some meat. This is going to be some real hardcore stuff that's going to teach you how to go out and get paid, right? I've been talking to numerous people today on Facebook, through email, and the one thing that I've been telling people is like, look, I'm truly here to see other people get paid because I know how to get paid. Regardless if you decide to take action on what it is that I have to share with you and the opportunity is right in front of you, I'm still going to make money. And that's one thing I want to emphasize to you, because I think a lot of people seem to think that when they're listening to someone like myself talk and train and give them value, they just think that we're pitching you. Well, I mean, obviously we have something to offer that's valuable to you depending on, what your goals and your lifestyle dreams and things that you want to have for yourself and for your family and your freedom, right? But at the end of the day, because of what I know and because of what I've done and because of the results that I have to speak of, I know that regardless if you in particular decide to take action, someone else will, right? And why is that? Well, one, I have an abundance mindset. You see, when I first started this business, I didn't have an abundance mindset. I had a scarcity mindset. One, because I didn't have the training. Two, because I really didn't know what I was doing. And three, I was just doing what I was told to do by people who really didn't know what to do besides what they were told, right? So I was talking to my friends and family, talking to my coworkers at my job. People bought products, but no one started a business. So I was like, this is driving me nuts. I was like, no one's starting a business. No one can see the opportunity that's in front of them. I saw the opportunity, too. So I started talking to my upline, and I was just like, listen, what's going on here? I'm talking to my friends and family. They bought products. No one wants to start a business, right? I talked to my coworkers at my job, right? No one wants to start a business. And I'm 19 years old, so, the majority of the people that I know, my circle of influence, right, are in my age group. They're all in college, getting drunk and taking exams and then going and getting drunk again. And me, I'm working full-time. I'm going to school full-time, and I have a business that I'm looking to build at the same time, right? And most of the people in my age group, people that I went to high school with, people that were a year younger or a year older, et cetera, they just didn't have the mindset that I had. So the conversation I would have with them, I would just feel like I was talking to idiots, and it's not that I was talking to idiots. It's just people are conditioned to think like employees. It just happens. It's the nature of the beast, right? It's why you go to school, to get institutionalized. A lot of people want to talk about prisons being institutionalized, right? Think about jobs, think about schools. They're designed to have you institutionalized, right? To follow the system, right? Because when you start to veer off the system, people think you're crazy. People think you don't know what you're talking about. They'll tell you all this negative bullshit about why you shouldn't be an entrepreneur, why you shouldn't start a home-based business, why network marketing is a pyramid scheme, even though you can make more than the person who introduced you to the opportunity, right? Or even affiliate marketing, right? Even marketing over the internet, selling products over the internet. People want to sit there, oh, you're a spammer, right? Like they just want to put a negative connotation on you because they're really reflecting on you that they feel inferior because you're doing something different. Right? So know and understand that you're starting to step out of the cow zone, right? The cow pasture, as Jerry Clark would talk about, right? I remember getting that audio from my original sponsors in this industry. And I kept listening to it over and over and over and over and over again. And it's funny because I ended up working directly with one of his partners in personal development niche. Jeffrey Combs is a personal coach. I hired Jeffrey back in 2010. Still keep in touch with him every now and then today. It's one of the best decisions that I made. As a 20-year-old kid, I sat there and said to myself, well, I see all these different people that I've talked to, that I've seen over the internet, that I've actually gotten out and met live in person, and I saw one thing that they all had in common is that they had hired this particular guy who's a multimillionaire. And I was like, well, I'm going to do that. So I sat there and found a way to go out and get $2,000 at the time. I wasn't working. I didn't have a job at that particular time, but I still found a way to go out and get $2,000 to hire this guy as a personal coach for 4 hours of his time. Right? Let me mind shock you really quick. For 4 hours of his time, I paid $2,000. Right? And you want to know what the biggest realization was from doing that? Well, there was really two. One was that I can make at least $500 an hour, right? At least, right? That was a big shocker to me because I was like, well, if he's charging $500 an hour for coaching, I can charge $500 an hour for coaching, all right? Maybe not right this second, right? Maybe not right that second, but I can do that, right? Simply because I saw someone else doing it, right? See, a lot of people seem to think that when they see someone go out and get results over the internet, they think it's too far-fetched for them. And you got to know and understand that that's a negative mindset. That's your ego trying to keep you in check, trying to keep you in a box, right? Because you've been conditioned to live in a box. And what you have to do is you have to make a decision to break free. You have to make a decision to take massive action. You have to make a decision to do something different. You have to make a decision that, yes, you want mentorship. Yes, you want coaching. And, yes, you're going to do what someone who's in the position that you want to be in tells you to do, right? Because, when I first got started in this industry, I had 6-figure earners, 7-figure earners, 8-figure mentors, right? And I was stubborn. I was egotistical. I wouldn't do what they told me to do. And my results would go like this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And I sat there and said to myself, I was just like, James, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what you're doing isn't what these people are telling you to do. And you're not getting the results that you want, right? Even though there's people who are less talented than you making more money, right? Why are you not getting the results? And that's when I sat there and looked at myself and I said, you know what, James? You got to take 100% responsibility for what's going on in your life, what's going on in your business. You see, I've had times in points in my life where, I was homeless, where, I could barely afford to eat, where, McDonald's was my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And anyone who's ever been in that position, it sucks, right? Because you're eating crappy food every single day, and you're faking your body into thinking that you're actually putting real food into yourself when you're not at all, right? Like I used to eat McDonald's and make sure I took my vitamins because I knew I was eating crap every single day, but because that's all I could really afford. Like I would have to be driving around at night looking for a place to sleep because I had to sleep in my car. You don't want people seeing that you're sleeping in your car because then they'll either bother you or they'll call the cops, whatever, right? And there was one time, there was a point in my life where, I was still sleeping in my car, and I was driving a '96 Ford Explorer, and the windows, like, would go, how the power would go out of the windows somehow, and they just wouldn't work at times, right? So I had, like, ghetto windows, straight up. I had, like, ghetto windows. And it was, like, it was late at night, and I was tired, I had a long day, and my windows wouldn't go up, and I was pissed because I was like, well, I can't even roll my windows up so that no one bothers me, right, or no one sees me, right? And so all my windows were like halfway rolled down because it was so hot. It was summertime, so obviously I wasn't going to have my windows rolled all the way up. And if I had turned off the car and let's say I was reading or on my laptop or whatever, because I still had a laptop, I was still grinding, right, building my business while I was sleeping in the car. And that's why I don't buy excuses from anyone. If you're buying excuses from yourself, stop, okay? Stop, right? Because we ever personally connect one-on-one, I'm not going to buy a damn thing that you tell me as to why you can't do something. Just know and understand that because I have been through the ringer, okay? I've been through the ringer. So you can hit me with any excuse in the world. James, I don't have any money. James, I don't have a job. James, I'm homeless. James, I have 5 kids. I have 3 boys, right? And I'm 25 years old. So I'm not going to buy any excuse from anyone else because I stopped buying excuses for myself, right? But that night when the windows didn't go up, right? When I couldn't roll up the windows, I woke up. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. There's some guy walking his dog, basically, just bothering me, talking about, oh yeah, I'm gonna call the cops. I'm like, dude, I'm not even bothering you. Like, you probably don't even live on this street, like, right? That's what I was thinking because I'm minding my business. I'm sleeping in my car in a spot where nobody parks, and it's a quiet area. Like, dude, why are you like, I felt like I was hurt by that because I was like, dude, I'm just sitting here trying to get my life together, right? And I got so frustrated and so pissed off at that moment, right, where I was just like, you know what? This shit is not going down anymore. Like, this is not happening anymore. And I just went all out and started taking massive action. Massive action. See, a lot of people, the reason why you're not getting to where you want to go is because you're simply not taking massive action. Now, there could be several reasons for that. One, it could be mindset, right? You could have a very negative mindset about money, about whether or not you can do it. One thing that I will tell you, a key secret to getting real results, right, and getting paid and making money, making more money in a day than you currently make in a week, right? Making what you make in a year in a month, right? Because this is where I'm shifting to, right? Because I'm having a shift, I'm having a paradigm shift. Over the course of these next 30 days, I'm going through a personal transformation that, I would love for you to have for yourself, right? But you won't have it by sitting on the sidelines, I can tell you that. So what is it that allows you to start to have a breakthrough and start taking massive action? Well, one thing is a lot of people have negative views on money, right? And they don't feel like they deserve it. Your deservability complex, that I would call it, if you feel that you don't deserve money, right, you won't get it, right? And even when you get it, you'll find ways to lose it. You'll find ways to repel it, right? There's a law with money. First off, wealth loves speed, okay? Money loves speed. Money is energy. Okay, just get it out of your head that it's anything else. It is energy. It is energy. Okay, money is energy, just like everything else. Everything on this earth is energy. I'm energy. You're energy. The computer that you're watching this hangout on is energy, right? If you have a TV, it's energy. If you have a couch, it's energy. The photos behind me are energy, right? The wall behind me is energy. Everything is connected. Everything is energy, right? And when you truly know and understand this, and then you understand the laws of money and the laws of reciprocity, right, it shows you how simple it is to really go out and make money, right? That's why I named my team Just Get Money Team. Now, there's a lot of different teams, over the internet and all these different concepts. And, when I started the Just Get Money Team, I was like, well, James, what do you want to do? What is your purpose for doing this, right? Because, I've sold my own products. I've had my own coaching clients. But I still decided to plug into Empower Network. I was like, why? Well, why am I plugging into Empower Network? Well, you see, the one thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to plug people into something that was so simple that if they didn't succeed, it was no one else's, no other thing's fault except for them. Let me repeat that. I wanted to plug people, right? Plug my team into something that was so simple that if they didn't succeed whatsoever, it was simply because of them. Because when you have a proven system, when you have numerous amounts of testimonials, right, it's no longer, you can't sit there and say, oh, it's the system's fault. Oh, it's because I didn't get the training. Oh, it's because I didn't have a mentor, right? Because those are all bullshit excuses. And one thing that I've realized, especially over the course of these past couple of weeks, I read this book called Zero Limits by Joe Vitale. It talks about Ho'oponopono, which is a spiritual philosophy, where honestly you take 100% responsibility for everything. Okay, the people around you, the circumstances, everything that's going on in the world. You take 100% responsibility for yourself. You take 100% responsibility for everyone else. Everyone else, everything, anything that's going good in your life, you take responsibility on. You find something bad going on in your life, with conflicts or with relationships with people that you're around, right? Whether it's at your job if you're still working for someone else, or in your business if you're offline entrepreneur where you have like your own brick and mortar business or whatever, or just your family, right? Family or people that you see at your church or your hall, or whatever type of religious background that you come from. If you're religious at all, if you believe in a higher source, right? I do. I have no problem in letting people know that, right? Because I feel that you can't. This is my thing, right? And then I'll get off the whole spiritual thing after this, but you can't tell me that everything comes from nothing, right? There was something here, right? And that's it, right? But how is it that people who have the same system, right, or have the same opportunity or see the same thing, see totally different things, right? Because let's say there's proof, right? Because here's a reality situation. If you're watching this, you've probably heard about Empower Network. If you haven't heard about Empower Network, I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're watching this training, because I'm here to enlighten you from someone who's actually producing. Don't talk to anyone who's not producing in something, okay? Here's why. Because they already have a negative concept about what it is that you're looking into, right? Because the reality situation is whenever you're looking making it work, right? Why? If you want to become a basketball player, go out and meet a professional basketball player, okay? You want to play in the NFL, go meet a professional NFL player, right? If you want to get in the music business, go meet someone in the music business, right? If you want to become a full-time online internet marketer, networker, whatever, right? Entrepreneur, get in touch with entrepreneurs, get in touch with internet marketers, get in touch with networkers, right? Model people who have success. Model people who have success. Get in alignment with someone, right? Join a team, right? Get in alignment with someone who has results. These are a couple of things that I did, right? And when I decided to be coachable, when I decided to empty my cup, when I decided that if someone who's in a position that I want to be in is telling me to do a specific thing, I'm just going to go out and do it. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to sit here and tell myself, oh, I could try and figure out some fancy way to do that and make it better. No, I'm just going to go do the damn thing, right? See the results, right? Do it again, see the results, do it again, see the results. And if I'm seeing improvement or I'm not seeing improvement, then I'm going to go back and touch base with that person who's in the position that I want to be in. And I'm going to say, hey, look, this is what I did. These are the results that I got. What are your suggestions, right? Because, see, here's the reason why you can't go out and connect with a multimillionaire or 8-figure earner, even a multiple 6-figure earner right now. You're just not taking action. You haven't plugged in, you haven't gotten started, you haven't made the decision that now is your time. You see, for those of you that think that the reason why you succeed is some magical Facebook strategy or some magical YouTube technique or some magical SEO tidbit that causes you to get ranked on all the search engines, right? Or some Facebook PPC technique that allows you to get super cheap clicks, right? All these things help. All these things help, okay? But that's not what really builds a real business. It's not what really builds a real business. Marketing, building relationships, that's what really builds a real business. Because you can go out and create sales, but can you create long-term buying customers who will buy from you consistently and love you for it, right? That's the real question. Because everybody can pitch someone into doing something. Right, everyone can do it if they sit there and they grind hard enough. But how is it that you build a team? How is it that you create duplication? How is it that you start to up your residual monthly income? And how is it that you can get paid in big pops over and over and over again of income where you make more in a single day than what you make in a current week at your 9 to 5, right? How is it that you do that? Well, you got to shift what's going on up here. You got to start to train your mind that everything is possible. Let me just tell you a little bit about what I did before I got in this Hangout. Well, one, I was promoting and connecting with people about the Hangout, right? Only the serious people who were really committed were going to attend live, right? Because they really want to make a change, right? And here's the reality of that situation, right? You see, there's a reason why 2% of the world, or more like 1% if you personally ask me, owns 98, 99% of the wealth. because they think differently, because they do things differently, because when they get paid, they don't go straight to Walmart and blow their whole freaking check, right? They invest in themselves. They invest in their personal education for whatever career that they choose to be in, right? They read books. You know that Fortune 500 CEOs read at least 3 to 4 books a month, right? How many books do you read a month? Do you read one book a month? Do you read one book a week? Do you read a book every 2 weeks, right? And for those of you that are sitting here telling yourself that you're a slow reader, etc., I used to feed myself that same bullshit crap too, right? And then I literally the other day I was listening to this hypnotherapy audio, this hypnosis audio, right, where it was a speed reading audio where it was like I think it was like 30, 60 minutes long, where the guy was just talking. He was just talking fast. He's talking about how I can read at faster levels and I can comprehend everything that I'm reading. And then like literally a day after I open up a book and I'm like, right? And I'm like, wow, because you see, what you got to know and understand, and this is big, okay? This is really big right here. What I'm about to share with you. 11/12 of what you do comes from a unconscious, subconscious level, right? So if you're constantly sabotaging yourself in your life or in your business, you're not getting to where you want to go. There's some subconscious issues that you got to deal with, right? And there's one thing that I kind of got away from that I wanted to share with you on this hangout is that you got to be okay with people paying you a lot of money, right? One of my 7-figure mentors personally told me that, right? Mind you, I've heard it before, but it's a very powerful thing where you're listening to it live and you're getting some mentorship because you're taking massive action. You want to hit that next level, and then someone from a higher level reaches out to you, touches down, and just like, what's going on? And I start talking, I start sharing some different things I'm going through my business and how I'm feeling. And he heard there was one thing that he heard, and he's just like, James, you got to be okay with people paying you a lot of money. And I was like, you're fucking right. I am okay with people paying me a lot of money. Are you? Right? And if you're not, tell yourself you are right now. Start to accept that. Bring into your body, your being, your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, a new reality that it is okay for people to pay you a lot of money. Right? Because guess what? People will not pay you a lot of money until you feel that you deserve it. Right? People will feel it. People will feel it. And then when you sit there and try and, tell someone to do something, right? Like go buy something that's $3,000, $10,000, $20,000, even $50,000, even $100,000, and you don't do it, you'll wonder why. It has everything to do with you not having certainty in yourself and in what it is that you're talking about. You see, because people seem to think that you need to have some magical persuasion technique in order to create results. You really don't. If you have enough conviction and belief in whatever it is that you're marketing and promoting, right, and you just communicate that to people, you learn how to transfer hope into people, you learn how to transfer inspiration into people, right, then it really doesn't matter what it is that you're selling, right? You can sell anything. You can market anything, right? And that's a very powerful concept, you see, because a lot of people seem to think it's all about the techniques. No, it's all about principles. Focus on the principles of marketing. Focus on the principles of direct response marketing, my friend, regardless of what you're doing, and you will get results. I don't care if you're a dentist looking to get offline clients to come into your office so that you can clean their teeth, or if you're marketing a $3,000, $5,000 product over the internet, or you're marketing something for like $25 or $100 or $200 or whatever, right? If you focus on the principles, you will create whatever sort of income you want on demand. On demand. You see, it's not hard for me to go out and make money over the internet. I can write an email. I can put out a Facebook post. I can shoot a YouTube video, right? And guess what? That Facebook post is always there, right? That email is always there in someone's inbox. The videos on YouTube are always there. I get autopilot signups from my YouTube channel. Like I'm like, oh, someone just joined. Where'd they come from, right? And then I reach out to them like, hey, how's it going? James here. Just wanted to personally connect with you. Thanks for taking action. Thanks for showing me that you're stepping into your own power and you're becoming a leader, right? Where'd you come from? Oh, I saw your videos on YouTube. Not hard, right? Why is it that people sign up? How is it that I can magically, right, get someone to take massive action? Get someone to take action before even personally connecting with me. Well, it's because I understand people and I understand how to communicate with people, and I'm getting better at being a communicator every single day. Why? Because I'm diving into personal development. I'm doing things to, develop my subconscious mind so that I can receive the abundance that I deserve in my life, right? Because you got to know and understand that the 20,000, 40,000, 50,000 meals that you've had with your family and your parents, when it comes to money and issues, like, you've been programmed to think a certain way about money. Okay? You've been programmed to think a certain way about money. You've been programmed to think a certain way about being an entrepreneur. You've been programmed, okay? Most people are walking around on autopilot all freaking day. See, when you become aware, when you start to become aware of people, of situations, of circumstances, of everything around you, you realize how asleep everyone else really is. And then you start moving around and everything starts happening in slow motion, and you're like Neo in the Matrix, right? Like, imagine that for a second. Imagine you're Neo in the Matrix, right? And if you're a female, you're Trinity, right? And you start seeing everything and everything's starting to slow down, and like, you're connecting with more and more people, you're building your business, you're having more lead flow in your business, you're getting more traffic, people are starting to reach out to you and ask you, where do I join, right? These things happen. These things happen. People start drooling over the fact that you're hosting a live training, right? How is it that you can create this in your life and in your business? Well, it starts from increasing your value. It starts from increasing your value, because until you realize that your success ultimately comes down to you and your unconscious behaviors, right? Your unconscious behaviors, because this is a breakthrough that I had very recently. Because as you can see, we're really talking a lot about the mind, because the mind is the most important element to you producing the results that you seek. The mind is the most important thing to you developing the results that you seek, my friend, because 11/12 of what you do is unconscious. 11/12 of what you do is unconscious. So by diving into things like personal development, reading every single day, right? At least 15 minutes. You want to read longer than that, but at least 15 minutes, right? Reading every single day, listening to personal development audios every single day. Very powerful things. I listen to personal development from all over the place. Tony Robbins, Joe Vitale, Jim Rohn, right? I plug into my Empower Network back office and listen to Inner Circle audios, right? Why? Because I am constantly feeding my mind with things that are designed to go out and help me create the results that I seek in my life, my friend. And that's why I go out and get results. That's why I go out and produce. That's why I can get anything that I personally seek in my life. Because I know and understand that with just a couple tweaks up here, everything else manifests, my friend. And that's what it's really about. Now let me paint the picture for what I'm going to be doing over the course of these next 30 days for 20 select people. And I'm limiting this to only 20 select people, and here's why. You see, I realize that my time is very valuable, number one, and number two, in order for me to do this and help these 20 people create massive results, right? Create massive results in their business, it's going to take me personally mentoring them, personally coaching them, having some live trainings for this small select group of elite people and individuals. And I'm deciding to do this for a very short period of time, right? Because what I want to do is I want to create 20 new stories in this marketplace of how possible it really is to go out and create massive results, right? So what I'm doing is I'm putting together an elite mastermind group where we'll be breaking different things down about traffic, lead generation, sales and conversions, influence, how to create more influence in the marketplace and go out and create sales on demand, right? How to start using websites like YouTube, how to start using and leveraging Facebook, right? To really start to go out and create results and start to create 4-figure paydays over the internet, my friend. 4-figure paydays over the internet. It's simple. It's not hard. And I'm going to show you how to do it step by step. Step by step. But what do you have to do? That's the question that you're probably asking yourself right now. What do you have to do? Well, the first thing that you have to do is plug in, take massive action, make a decision like I made, right? And pull out your credit card and go below this video and click the link. It's going to reroute you to our join page inside of Empower Network, right? Where you're going to enter in your name, your information, like your address, your zip code, your credit card number, right? You're going to set up your username and your password, and then you're going to be immediately in the back office. And then we'll personally connect within the next 24 to 48 hours. We'll have a one-on-one coaching session, and I'll also add you to our private Facebook mastermind group, right, where we have over $1,497 worth of bonus training to help you go out and start getting results now. To start going out and getting results now, my friend. Not tomorrow, not next week, right? Not 90 days from now. I want to show you how to literally go out and create 4-figure paydays over the course of these next 30 days, right? But it all starts with you making a decision to plug in, making a decision to get started and just get in. That's number one. Get all in. That's number two. And then get out to our next live event in Charlotte in 30 days. That's number three. By following these 3 steps, I'm going to show you how to go out and have a breakthrough. I'm going to show you how to go out and make money. I'm going to show you how to go out and get paid. I'm going to show you how to go out and have a transformational shift in your mindset and in your bank account that you, your family, your friends, your loved ones, and the people that you're going to be serving in the marketplace are going to love you for. But it all starts with you making the powerful decision to take massive action. And you do that, my friend, by going below this video right now, right? Not tomorrow, not next week, right now, pulling out your credit card and buying, clicking the link below this video, and doing everything that you have to do to just get in, get all in, and then get out to Charlotte, my friend. So listen, I'm going to wrap up this live training because there's a tremendous amount of value over the course that you received, and I don't know how long we've been going, but here's the reality situation. People are going to be taking action as they're watching this, live and on the recording, right? So the question is, are you going to be one of those 20 people, or are you going to be the 21st person who doesn't get the personal time, doesn't get the personal mentorship, doesn't get the mentoring, doesn't become a part of our private inner circle mastermind group, right? I don't want you to be that person. So what you got to do now, you got to plug in now by clicking the link, getting started, right? And then getting in, getting all in, and getting to the next live event in Charlotte, North Carolina, my friend. I personally look forward to coaching you and mentoring you, sharing a drink with you. If you don't drink alcohol, drink some water with you, drink some soda pop with you, whatever makes you feel comfortable, right? I look forward to personally connecting with you in Charlotte. My friend, shaking your hand, giving you a hug, and saying welcome to the team. Let's go out and make your dreams come true, my friends. God bless you. I love you and appreciate you. Go below this video right now, click the link, get started, and let's personally connect. Right? Let's personally connect. Let's break down exactly what's going on with you, what your goals are, what your dreams are, and then let's go out and do it together, my friend. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Take massive action. James Jordan, I'll see you on the inside, my friend. Click the link right now. Just join. Just join. Just join, my friend. It'll be the best decision you've made in your life up until this point, my friend. I'll see you on the inside. Ciao.